Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to talk about Barbenheimer. So I just finished watching Barbenheimer. It was truly an event, which I think everybody was. It's really fascinating. You know, a global company comes out and they put their product in place, and then the communities that surround it, they can or are adjacent to it, or are close to it, or are connected to it. They can make their statements, and that's what happened with Barbenheimer. Barbenheimer is extremely rare, right? So Barbie and Oppenheimer were opening on the same day. They did open on the same day. I saw it on July 22nd. It was the first day of the opening weekend where you could just go and see both movies. You had the whole day to do it. Me and my wife saw Barbie at 10:45 a.m. Had a very nice meal after Barbie, nice lunch after Barbie, and then went and saw 3 hour Oppenheimer, and came out of it. We literally went in the morning and came out at evening. It was truly an event, and I think what's astounding is how much this really does overlap and explain what's happening with Dungeons and Dragons. So Dungeons and Dragons continues to outperform everything in the OSR, everything in the indie combined. And people keep complaining about that. They hate that Dungeons and Dragons wins so hard against all of its competitors, right? And I think the reason why is it has this history, it has this legacy, and it is a juxtaposed product, right? So both of these products, right? Barbie had people who were really opposed to a Barbie movie occurring, and people who are really like, I really want to see Barbie. And the reason why is Barbie herself, there are literally millions of people who absolutely love Barbie, and there are millions of people who are like, and are like, Barbie is really a part of my identity. It's part of who I am as a woman, right? And then other people are like, Barbie stands against everything I want connected to womanhood. And so there's a love and hate relationship. There's passion around the product. Oppenheimer, right? Was he a communist who made sure that Russia had, who made sure that Russia had the tech to make the Cold War, and assure mutual assured destruction? Or was he a patriot who served his country and saved hundreds of thousands, if not low millions, of lives? There's this love-hate relationship. And as far as it being an event, and this is why Dungeons and Dragons continues to just win so hard, is when it releases a D&D canon hardback, when it releases an American blockbuster attempt, when it releases a special set of dice, when Legends of Vox Machina, a Dungeons and Dragons story, comes to Amazon, right? It's an event, and these movies were events. What was really wild, there were a few people who were not in cosplay for Barbie. Literally 80%, I would say 50% were wearing like very exact Barbie costumes, and then 30% were wearing pink, and then 20% just showed up to the movie, right? But what blew my mind was 5% of the actually, I wouldn't even say it was 5%. There were 2 cosplayers for Oppenheimer, and people were taking pictures, and they had the iconic hat, and they had the pipe. It was really cool, the old timey suit and tie, and it was an event. And I think that's where we are with Dungeons and Dragons, and this is why everybody shouted, D&D be gone. Let's get rid of D&D. Let's all switch over to OSC. Let's all switch over to Pathfinder. And everybody's like, no, we're not going to do that. You don't have any history. You don't have any legacy. There's no passion around your products. And that's why you'll see people every 3 months come and shake their fists in Dungeons and Dragons, but it remains and it stays because it has the same energy as Barbie, the same energy as Oppenheimer, and it can be the Barbenheimer moment. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important when I get to hear your humble opinion when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.